As a small business owner, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure of choosing the right hire or leading a team? Or have you ever found yourself tolerating a bad hire because you fear trying and failing again as you repeat the hiring process? If so, you're not alone, and you are in the right place. Welcome to the Growing Your Team podcast. The Growing Your Team podcast teaches business owners like you to expand your unique business by teaching you to master the hiring and team management process. Hiring and managing a team does not have to be a challenge. You just have to learn to do it right. And the Growing Your Team podcast teaches you how to become a confident leader who hires right every single time. Now, let's jump into the show where each episode you will learn tips on how to identify what type of help you need on your team, how to source amazing candidates, how to conduct interviews that lead you to your ideal team member, how to onboard successfully, and how to lead every person in your business so you have a team of rock stars who you are happy to pay every single paycheck. So let's jump in and teach you how to hire like a pro. Hello, Jamie Van Kuyk here, and welcome back to the Growing Your Team podcast. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect after you present, or really kind of while you're presenting that offer to a candidate. And one of the questions and concerns that a few clients have brought up to me recently. So when you get to a point that you're presenting an offer to a candidate, you should be excited. You should know that this candidate is who you want to bring on your team, and you just cannot wait for them to say yes, for that start date to come, and you starting to see the magic that can happen once they become part of your company. If you're not excited about offering the job to a candidate, they might not be the right person. Now, I will say nerves are still going to play here, so it's okay to feel nervous and excited at the same time, but you should really feel confident. But one of the things that a lot of my clients have commented on is that they're surprised when a candidate does not accept the offer right away. So they are on the phone with the candidate, they talk about the details, they tell the candidate they're then going to send the official offer letter, all the details in writing so they can see it, and the candidate asks if they could have X amount of days to respond. Or maybe they're presenting it on a Friday and they ask if they can have until Monday to give them their official answer. And for a lot of my clients, this kind of stops them in their tracks and they say, whoa, if this person really wants to work for me, why aren't they immediately saying yes? Even if it is that kind of informal yes while you're on the phone, where then that formal yes will come when they sign the offer letter. And so a lot of clients, when this happens, they start to doubt. They start to say, well, maybe this person isn't the right person for me. Maybe they're contemplating other offers. They're trying to see if other things are going to come through and I'm not their first choice. And if I'm not their first choice, should I really be going through with extending this offer? So it brings up a lot of these kind of what ifs, what's going on? Should I keep moving forward with this candidate? And things like that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that to kind of ease your concerns there. So the first thing that I always tell my clients when this happens is a candidate taking their time to fully consider an offer is okay. It doesn't mean they're not excited. It doesn't mean that they don't want the job. It doesn't mean that you're not their first choice. Some people are just not quick decision makers. They're not the person that's going to make that on-the-spot decision. They're not the person that's going to immediately say yes because they need to see the details. They need to think about the details. They need to make sure that they're making the right decision. It's just sometimes a different decision-making style. And unless you're looking for a candidate and one of your qualifications is they need to be able to make on-the-spot decisions, always, they're presented this, decide. You're presented this, decide, which, let's face it, most jobs, majority of jobs, do not require that skill. You need someone who can at least take a little bit of time to really think about a decision, even if it is still a quick decision. But a lot of people will not make quick decisions. A lot of people that make quick decisions regret those decisions. So they train themselves not to jump, but to think. So a lot of people will say, especially when it comes to big choices, like career moves, I am not going to make a decision right away. I'm going to give myself space and time to think to make sure that it's the right decision and that I'm not just jumping at an opportunity because it's there. And we shouldn't penalize people or be worried about people because they want to make the right decision. Once again, a new job is a big opportunity. It's a big change. And so let's not penalize people because they want to absorb the information before saying yes. You'll find at times that people will ask, can I have 2 days? And they'll give you their answer in 3 hours. You'll find times that people ask if they can have 2 to 3 days and they take to that very last minute to give you their answer. Most of the time, it's still going to be a yes. And if it's a no, well, just be thankful that they said no before they started rather than after they started. So that way you can move on to the next candidate while you're still in that hiring process. So this is where I'm going to kind of wrap up for today, and just kind of that reminder that there is nothing wrong when a candidate wants to take time to review the details of the offer you present, compare it to what they need, what they want, and make sure that they're making the right decision. A candidate that takes time to make the right decision is more likely going to be a candidate that stays and is not going to be jumping in and being like, whoa, this is not what I wanted. Or, okay, well, now that I'm here and I see that first paycheck, it's not big enough for me. So I'm either going to have to move on or you're going to have to give me a raise. So sometimes people taking this time to really think things through, see all the details on the table is a good thing. Don't penalize a candidate because they're not jumping at the opportunity. Understand that sometimes people need time to make sure that they're making the right decision, that it's either their natural instinct or they're training themselves not to just quickly say yes. So remember, the right candidate will say yes. So if they ask for a little bit of time, give them the time that they're asking for, because it's also going to show that you're a thoughtful and caring boss, that you're not going to pressure them into making a decision because it's what's best for you, that you're going to understand that those 2 days or 3 days that they need to decide really don't matter in the long run, but it's what they need. It's what they need to feel comfortable about the offer, so give it to them. And you'll still end up with your idea candidate starting for you and in just a short period of time. So don't be put off when a candidate asks time to consider the offer before making a decision. Give them the offer, because this is all part of the process of finding that idea candidate for your team.
Are you ready to hire a new team member for your business, and you want to ensure you hire the person who can succeed in the role, make you happy, and positively impact your bottom line? Then let's talk and see how growing your team can help you master the art of hiring. Through bespoke hiring frameworks and comprehensive guidance, you will learn how to attract candidates who have the passion you desire and the skills needed to succeed. At Growing Your Team, women entrepreneurs and leaders work with us to help them expand their unique businesses by teaching them how to hire like a pro. Let's connect and see how we can help you. send me an email at jamie@growingyourteam.com. That's Jamie, JAMIE @growingyourteam.com, or head on over to growingyourteam.com/jumpstart, with jumpstart being all one word, and let's talk about how you can become a confident leader who hires right every single time.